This is a ever-growing segment, very popular, especially in this pocket of Miami where Billy, not unlike Mad Dog giving life to Stephen A., I have seen a rejuvenated Billy because high school just walked in here and he just is feeling some extra Cuban. Whittingham is 100% Colombian, but he's starched. He is.
That's harsh.
Like Yucca.
Is it?
I did refer to Stugotz as mate earlier in the week, rather than Brodet or something like that.
Somebody, you are
I enjoyed
100%
it.
Colombian, and when we were in Austin, someone asked me if you fart British.
I was trying to imagine what that would sound like. It would just be me farting, and it sounded like, oh dear.
Cheerio.
Do you?
Well, you just did a classic car sound for some reason, or a trumpet horn. I don't know. That didn't seem British to me. That sounded, that was more Irish.
I'll tell you what it sounds like.
I didn't hear "oh dear." I mean,
It sounds like those. You know how like the sirens in England are weird.
yes.
It comes out like that.
It did not sound like the farts of others. It sounded like you were, highfalutin.
Or when you call someone who's in England, the ringtone goes. Like it's a little double ring.
Those are all international
Oh,
calls,
really?
are they not? I'm asking. I don't know. I
think so.
I don't think that is just London.
Are we the weird ones on that one?
Probably.
Like, when they
The
call
metric
us-
system on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do a lot of things differently over here.
Mm-hmm.
Roy said the metric system.
I mean, that's correct, right? We're the only ones that don't use a metric system.
Who needs a metric system, by the way?
Yeah.
What is a metric system?
Out of here.
I like feet.
Inches.
Myopic, the lot.
What do they call the Whopper?
I like feet, Royale with cheese. Let's go ahead and do the South region here where we update March Sadness. And March Sadness is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy Drink. They are sponsoring our March Sadness tournament, popular as ever. Thank you, by the way, for all of you, because we got you guys writing like 2 months ago because the pandemic was threatening to take out this tournament because we didn't have enough good ones. And all of a sudden we get so many good ones from you guys writing them that Adam McKay is voicing the tournament because it's as close as he could get to it. He has not made the tournament with any of his teams. He's
Right,
dying.
better, Adam.
He's dying to make the tournament, but he could not make. He sends me them all the time. I could read some of them to you.
Nah.
They're
you don't have to.
failed
No,
ones.
no,
They're
yeah.
failed ones. He's constantly
They're
trying
in
to
the
get into
NIT, Dan.
He's submitted like 100 of them without getting anything in the tournament. So Arizona, #1, has advanced, and this one is as dead on as anything. What happened, Billy?
Great question by Tony.
He submitted 100 of them. He doesn't have stuff to do.
Yeah, they didn't have anything better to do than this.
Weird.
It
He's
is
like,
well,
he's
Make
running
a movie or something.
running Winning Time, Succession.
Billy, you and I were we did the call when he voiced the tournament. You could tell people how thrilled he was to do the tournament, and yes, he's super busy because he just made. I just enjoyed a horror movie that he just made, Flesh, where it was dark and sharp. He entered the horror genre out of
Fletch?
nowhere. Fresh, not flesh. Although it's
6468 with the afro.
Chevy Chase.
it could also be about flesh, I suppose. Yes,
Can I borrow your,
Fletch from the 1980s.
can I borrow your towel? My car just hit a water buffalo.
Chevy Chase was so great.
On top of the world.
Billy, you tell me. Does he have anything better to do? Because he should have.
It didn't seem like it, honestly. I mean,
He's
in
done.
that session, we rewrote like 800 of them. I was like, come on, let's just
He wanted to.
stick to the script.
He wanted to keep writing them, and you kept rejecting him.
I get what you think Doc Rivers looks like, but let's just read what's on the paper. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
#1, Arizona, represented by.
Matt Patricia looks like the guy who has his high school football number tattooed on his calf.
Billy, why did your head just drop into your hands? Why is the whole room laughing at you?
Afterwards, I just said to myself, I was like, that was so mean. And I felt some remorse.
I
A
love
minimal
when-
amount.
Yeah, Billy feels remorse sometimes.
How's it feel?
I felt bad earlier in the week with that Opelka guy where I basically accused him of being a murderer in Forest.
Upon introduction.
The first time I talked
Yeah.
to this
Right.
guy. A little too comfortable, yeah.
I love that about you. I don't. Both things that you're willing to do it, and just the shame that washes over you afterward because you've taken one for the content team, and what you say is so right. Because Riley Opelka, if he approached me in the wilderness with a tennis racket, I would
Bludgeon
even
with
I,
that
I
one.
would
Bludgeon to
I would
death.
shit myself. I I
But
can't.
it's not what you say the first time you meet someone, you know?
It's not the first time he's heard it either.
You have to take the Riley off of it. It has to be the Opelka. It's like a monster. It's like Bigfoot.
It's
the
so-
Bruce Willis movie. Yeah, exactly.
The Opelka. It's a
I
Bruce
rem-
Willis movie.
I remember thinking of this about Jason Worth when he said, you know what, $180 million, I don't care about hair anymore. I'm just going to let it grow from every orifice in my face. And if you saw me in the wilderness, you would be certain that I might miss a fastball on a 1-2 count, but I will kill you. I will disembowel you with an assortment of cutlery.
But Stugotz is so right. The Opelka sound like an organized group of villains that are threatening King's Landing in Game of Thrones.
It's people that you don't say that stuff to their face.
Right, exactly.
But Jason Worth, he looks small and hairy. This dude's 6'11", and he serves 150 miles an hour. His horror film would bludgeon you just with his serves.
You have him chasing after you, but as you're running, he's just throwing the ball up and
Yes,
pew, like a laser.
and
just
unbelievably precise, right in the back of the head, as I'm trying to weave and bob through a bunch of
Opelka serves.
oaks. Yes, there are a bunch of Opelkas just firing at me tennis balls through a wilderness. And what's behind them Isner.
isn't there?
Once you get past the Opelkas,
Isner's the final boss.
If you want to get to the throne, you've got to not only conquer the Opelkas, but wait till you get a load of the Isners. Matt Patricia advances. That means these teams here are gone from the tournament. So number 8, Seton Hall, gone.
Bob Huggins looks like a used car dealer that pulls you into his office while negotiating to say, look, I'm actually losing money on this deal.
that's so good.
Huggins seems so bored on these studio shows. Bored and just bloated with college basketball power. You know how many wiretaps I've seen, kid.
I also love that he just wasn't taking off that West Virginia quarter zip. Like,
Never, ever.
no chucking a suit on in the studio. It's like,
No.
no, I'm here in this quarter zip.
It's the look of coaching now, by the way. See, every NBA coach now does the quarter zip.
Yep.
Mid-majors, by the way. I love the mid-majors in the NCAA tournament. They all wear suits. Davidson coach wearing a suit. I think
Really?
the St. Peter's coach, I don't think he was in a suit. He was a shirt and
Shaheen?
tie.
Shaheen wasn't in a suit.
He
was
wasn't?
No, he wasn't.
Shaheen was in the
Casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see some of these mid-majors. I like the cuts of their jib.
You know who loves a suit? Muscleman. He loves showing off, and it's a tight suit, right? He loves to
What
show it
better
off.
name to show off a tight suit,
Muscle
even though he
man.
spells it
He's still
differently.
around, Muscleman. I mean,
I asked this question. Why are we cutting jibs?
I want to keep my jib.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at LeBatard Show. Do you know why we're cutting jibs?
I like the jib. I like how my jib looks right now.
I like
Thank
the
you
jib
very much.
where it is.
It's a cultural thing.
Oh, it is. 2 Americas?
TCU number 9 is gone. That means this is gone.
Jeff Passan looks like a youthful marionette.
And I am happy. He does. Yes, he does. And I am happy that Wright State is gone.
Coach K looks like he pulls at his tie and proclaims, ugh, that mild salsa's a little too spicy.
I tried to get it out of the tournament. Billy wouldn't let me.
Dan hated that one.
I feel
I was
like-
like, Dan, it's going to last like one game. We're fine. And then they went on
yeah.
a run.
I feel like it's a good one, but not for Coach K. There's someone else where it would fit better.
Houston number 5 advances. Stugotz. They beat Illinois.
the
Andy
Illini.
Reid conference.
Andy Reid looks like the guy that angrily peers over his glasses at the Olive Garden waiter who stopped grating cheese onto his salad before being told to.
The Illini's.
The number 4 Illini are gone.
Brad Stevens looks like he isn't quite sure what you mean.
That's so good.
It's such a
That's
good one.
the best one of the
It's
entire tournament.
It really is.
Such a good one. Number 12 is gone.
Bruce Arians looks like he just had 9 rum punches at a hotel pool.
God damn it.
Ouch.
Good one.
And also number 13 is gone.
Sean McVay looks like the hype man at an Herbalife convention who gets so jacked up, blood shoots out of his nose.
I think the advancer there, the Andy Reid, might be the worst one of that entire batch. I'm mad that Andy Reid advanced, even though it was good. because Brad Stevens looks like he isn't quite sure what you mean. There's no one in basketball who's better for that I can think of. Go ahead, Amin. You got the whole landscape of people in sports, in your sport, that look like they don't know what you mean.
Brett Brown, to me, is the first thing.
That's a good one.
Brett Brown's got that. Like,
I thought Brett Brown was the one. He and Vogel were the ones who were still wearing a suit every day and leaving the house and not telling their wife for a month that they had been fired. I thought that both of them were doing. They were combining for that spot.
I have origins, by the way, of the phrase "cut of your jib."
Really?
We will get to it in a second. And thank you for getting origins. I don't actually really care.
Oh man, no.
He was doing his job.
I wanted to know.
I'm playing the sounds. I'm on OxfordReference.com.
There's only so much a man can do.
You're but a
Well, I'm
man.
but a man.
Michigan, number 11, advances.
Brian Kelly looks like the husband on the Hawaiian vacation that starts slowly dancing his way over to the hula girls, only to be stopped short by his wife of 35 years, dragging him back by the ear.
He's got like a Tommy Bahama shirt on.
This one's going to hurt those Stugotz. Brian Kelly advances. Michigan advances. I mean, I'm curious your thoughts on Juwan Howard and everything that's happened. They suspend him. He basically escalated a situation in a way that got him a rest of the regular season suspension. This has been a beautiful story in Michigan to see the Fab Five resurrected, lineage passed down where Chris Webber and Ray Jackson
Chris Webber in the building
are at the games.
Giving
and
speeches. It's really cool.
And Jalen Rose now has healed some of the stuff with Webber after many, many years of whatever it is that happened with them and the AAU scene and what was happening as they changed college basketball as a business, right? You see Bob Huggins go and becomes the bloated carcass of I will continue to just roam around as a mercenary and get guys who can jump out of the gym. Those Cincinnati teams that he made his money on were just throw the ball at the shot clock and Kenyon Martin, please go get it. And he made his money in this world, and now he's just bloated and goes out there and does the studio show. And those guys, that ilk, grifted off the Fab Five and made their money. What college basketball was, a great business for ESPN. Great business to just put these college basketball games. You only have to pay like 10 dudes instead of these teams, these football teams of 100 dudes. To see Juwan Howard coach that team, get 4 games for emotionally escalating a situation that he probably should have gotten more for. He made a situation worse around kids by just being a boob in the handshake line.
Right.
To see him get to the Sweet 16 with one of the worst Michigan teams I've seen in 10 years.
Right.
Cool story. What have you been making of that story from afar?
Very cool story, and obviously Juwan, paid his dues here in Miami as an assistant coach, and this is a guy who should have been a head coach in our league, I believe. But obviously Michigan is a different and a special situation for him to go back to his alma mater. And to see him be successful there is awesome. I think from that standpoint, I couldn't think of a better guy for that to happen to. And I'm excited to see where his career goes. But the whole hugging the kid from Tennessee after they beat Tennessee.
Thank you.
Little look at me, Louie. Just a little look at me, Louie.
Overcompensating.
Yeah. I'm doing the handshake line much better this time, but the kid was crying.
Sure.
Pride of your own coach.
Yeah, let his coach hug.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at LeBatard Show. Cry to your own coach, yes or no? And was Juwan Howard being a little look at me, Louie?
Look at me, Louie, man.
Hugging a weeping kid.
Where's the cameras? Oh, right here. Oh, okay, here we go, kid. Come on, man.
Tennessee is gone from the tournament. This one hurts.
Jay Glazer looks like a D battery.
This one also hurts. Number 6, Colorado, gone.
Mike McCarthy looks like the police officer who shows up on the murder scene while licking the last remnants of a breakfast burrito off his fingers and says, seems like natural causes, while standing in a pool of blood with shell casings everywhere.
1,000%.
Keep getting better.
1,000.
Can we play this again without Amin thinking it was
Sorry.
over halfway through?
Mike McCarthy looks like the police officer who shows up on the murder scene while licking the last remnants of a breakfast burrito off his fingers and says, seems like natural causes, while standing in a pool of blood with shell casings everywhere.
Number 14, Longwood, is gone.
Arthur Smith looks like he eats up the leftover pizza kids leave on their plates at a birthday party while mumbling, just doing my part.
He looks him and Matt.
Not like a head coach.
Him and Matt Rule, the two of them.
Yeah.
The two of them are going for hobo chic, and you're like, just clean it up a touch.
Do with a suit on the sideline.
No, but just look. I'm in no position to tell any other man that he dresses sloppy. I am a sloppy dresser. I should take better care of myself. But Matt Rule and Arthur Smith don't look like CEOs. They look like frumpy people who don't know how to shave.
Yeah, Arthur Smith looks like he put a hat on because he couldn't figure out what to do with his hair in the morning. Like he's always that guy.
Billy, Billy perked up back there. He's like, I know.
That's
me. Yeah,
Do you know why I have
You'll see.
16 baseball caps in my car? Do you know why I have the car collection? And the thing about Billy right now is your hair looks great,
You look
Billy.
like hair, man.
Now that you've cut it and it's not pandemic unruly, your hair, and you have a beautiful head of hair even when it is pandemic
hair
unruly.
breathe.
Thank you.
No.
Why is it that you're always hiding your hair? What's the
Yeah,
insecurity?
no, it's
Likes
not
a hat.
insecurity. Yeah, it's just I'm used to it. It's like a habit. I just go in, put something on my head. My head gets cold. Your heads don't get cold.
In Miami?
Yeah, sometimes at night I sleep with a beanie on. Do you not do
That's
that?
not true. That's
It is
not
100%
true.
true.
That's
I'm
not
not.
true.
Yeah,
I
it
believe
is.
Billy.
I sleep with a beanie on.
Before you go to sleep tonight, FaceTime me.
No.
Why not?
I'll do it though, Tony.
What? What color?
I won't be wearing a beanie.
Stugotz,
Or anything else for that matter.
I imagine a beanie is what you call it.
You're giving it too much credit.
Number two, Villanova. Number two, Villanova is still in the tournament. That means this is still in the tournament.
Howie Long looks like a brand new number 2 pencil.
So good.
That means Ohio State, number 7, is gone.
Wayne Rooney looks like a toy soldier.
Number 10, Loyola Chicago, is gone.
Adam Silver looks like he was not born, but molded to his current form and presented to us.
Presented to us.
like this, like so.
Who is doing the presenting there?
Who are the people who molded
What,
him?
I want to know more about how you guys have this story going.
The wise old man of the village.
Geppetto.
Delaware is gone. Number 15 from the asshole conference.
Urban Meyer looks like he negotiates with kids at a lemonade stand.
Definitely does.
In watching Villanova play, do they always have a Colin Gillespie?
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes it's an Archie Diacono, and sometimes it's a Gillespie.
Where does Jay Wright find these people?
Delaware.
Excellent shout.
Yeah.
They're all in Delaware.
There's a
Mr.
basketball
Mr.
factory
Basketball in
somewhere
Delaware
Is going
Yeah.
to Villanova.
So
yes.
Colin, there's a basketball factory somewhere in Delaware mass producing Colin Gillespie's to present to us.
And Ryan Archidiakonos.
Yeah.
They're all 6'3".
And Dante DiVincenzo's.
Ah, DiVincenzo, I forgot.
The Italian.
The Italian from
The Italian.
Delaware. They're the only guys in college basketball that can shoot, though.
Right. I mean, well, certainly the only ones that can make a free throw. That's for damn
Well,
sure.
that's what the advantage Villanova always has is, goddamn, they make free throws.
They're 83% from the free throw line. How?
I just want to point this out. I don't know if we ever talked about this on air, but when Tony and me went to Milwaukee, you would think Dante DiVincenzo was the second best player on the Bucks. Everywhere we went, murals and banners, and his even.
That's how that works, yeah.
There was an oil painting in our hotel
In our
of
hotel.
Dante DiVincenzo.
In the lobby.
I swear to God.
Stop.
I swear to God.
I'm
Were there
not
any paintings of
having that.
Giannis? I mean,
Not having that.
So are you guys telling me that Milwaukee was so desperate for a basketball star that is white that they are making artistic renderings all over the place as if he were Greek freak just to get Wisconsin cheeseheads in the building?
I'm not telling you he's more popular than Giannis, but I'm not telling you that Giannis is more popular than him.
Really? I thought Bobby Portis coming back for a discount being, lunch pail guy. Bobby Portis, isn't that kind of popular?
What was their Mount Rushmore, Tony? When outside the arena, you know how they have
they had a Mount Rushmore of Bucks?
Oh, yeah, I love the current Bucks, right? And it was like 5 guys, and in the middle was Giannis. And to his right was Chris Middleton, and to his left was
Dante DiVincenzo, who didn't play in the playoffs.
Isn't he with Sacramento now?
Yeah, he got traded, yeah. That's why he said they're crushed now. The whole town.
I can't believe this. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. It's Milwaukee, but that's extraordinary. Like, Drew Holiday is very good.
He was down the line.
He was the missing piece.
No, I know they're trying to put out, in a corner, they're trying to stick Brook Lopez's awkward 7-foot head in there from the side. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but we got a Brook Lopez around here too. Can we get him in the picture, please, cheeseheads? Come support us. How does that happen? How does it happen that overtly?
Guy was popular.
Is he going to get painted over for Grayson Allen?
Oh, for sure.
The savior.
Dirty savior. Dirty savior from Duke. Let's do Refran Del Día, por favor.
I was actually going to point out before we get to that Villanova are 28 of 32 from the free throw line in March Madness.
I'm surprised they missed the 4.
Jay Wright is so mad.
I mean, Jay Wright is furious. He's going to a chalkboard and get me another Gillespie. Get me one that doesn't miss a free throw.
Running suicides.
Fire up the PJ. We're going to Delaware.
Going to that factory where they make those clones that shoot free throws.
Oh. I was not ready for that.
Dímelo, mi gente! Hey! I've never done Refran Del Día this close to Billy. I can almost touch him. Where are you?
I thought that was your airport Cuban fighter pilot
Oh,
or
no,
pilot was Dímelo
pilot.
mi gente.
That's when the flight is going really well, but that's a different bit. But today, Refran Del Día, we have a very exciting, a couple new additions to the wheel. Again, we've got a wheel of 60 different refrans that we're gonna have. Lou, let's spin it. Witty, let's spin it.
Spinning it.
Oh, this is exciting. All right, it's landing. It's slowing down. It's slowing down.
Oh, what a good one.
Wow,
I
what a
heard
good
it.
one.
I heard it slow down
Spin it
already.
again.
It slowed down
Spin it again?
before.
Yeah.
Okay, spin it again. Spin it again. Yeah, spin it again. Spin
Bill
it
said it
again.
was stuck between 2.
It was stuck between 2. Yeah, Stu
wasn't
saw it.
It's
Stu saw it.
never stuck between 2.
No,
guys.
Stu saw it. He saw
I
it.
did. I saw it.
That was a good one.
Wait a minute, you guys switched the one? No, give me the one that you switched. Give me the one that you switched out.
This one's good. This one's good.
Not better than the other one.
Not better than the other.
I disagree.
All right, Billy,
Tony.
Billy, give him the word. Tell him, pick the word for us, please.
I
You
didn't
can see
see
the
it.
wheel better than us. Okay, great.
Lewis saw it. I was just trying to be supportive. Yeah.
Supportive.
I haven't gone to the eye doctor in a year.
Billy,
it's a
you
whole
stood
thing.
up. Billy,
Yeah.
look, this has been happening over weeks here, and I've noticed it, and it makes me happy, okay? You have fundamentally gravitated toward La Esquina de Chusmeria. Physically, you were standing up behind Tony there, and it looked to me like
Very
support.
excited.
You were never that engaged. Joe was editing.
Yeah.
You're out of the show. You're not listening to this.
But it's fake support. It's giving off the appearance that he's supporting
No,
them.
because
That's all.
okay. I mean, if we're gonna go behind the scenes,
Okay.
guys, there's not actually usually a wheel. There is a real wheel here that they spin. That all of these words are on this like computer program. So there's like an actual like wheel that's spinning around. It's just really hard to see because the font is like
Because there's so many of them.
16. Yeah, and they put like close to 300
and
phrases
your,
on there, which is
your
insane.
eyesight has gone to shit during the pandemic. You have to stand
Yeah.
up so you can physically see the wheel.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's monitors in the
He
way.
gets
and stuff.
excited.
Yeah, I get excited. I'm trying to see what's going on, but again, I haven't been to Lily's Optical in like 14
the one on
months
Coral Way?
almost. Yeah, next. Well, no, off of Coral Way, between Coral Way and like A Street.
Oh, okay. That's where this was born, by the way.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
have a refran, by the way. If we
Okay,
want to get
but
the
Louis Optical, this is the thing that Billy keeps gravitating. What I'm telling you is that Billy, as he has gone on this spaceship, as it has traveled over Miami and America, that Billy misses his roots here. This spinning wheel, as he loses his eyesight and becomes un viejo that is securing the perimeter of his house as he becomes a dad, he misses these high school energies of these two clowns, these two quemados, going through the wheel and going through the wheel and giving him a little root of Miami that he yearns for.
You ready, guys?
Yes.
Today's refran del día is un aire.
That's the worst.
I don't. which literally translates to an heir.
One air.
But not an heir of like the heir to the throne, like AIR, like heir.
Got it.
Billy, would you like to?
That's a bad measurement, but yes.
Like Michael Jordan.
The measurement is, no,
Right,
it's, well.
exactly.
No.
It's a unit of measurement?
L-IRA.
If
Billy, would you like to describe what
if it were
Ungaide is?
Miguel Jordan, yes.
You don't want an ide.
Un
That's
aire.
for sure.
L-IRDES.
What?
I don't know.
That's it.
I'm trying, Dan.
You're trying what?
This is when he got the capital of Argentina wrong. That's what it sounds like.
I can't believe that Stugotz has spent this much time in Miami and knows like nothing. If we were to test him,
I live in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly.
But if we were to test him on anything Spanish, he has absorbed exactly un aire of culture.
See.
One air. Billy, explain to the people what un aire is.
Billy has the most ides, by the way.
All
Every
the time.
day.
An ide, like the best way I can describe it is like a peo trabado. You know?
That's another one on the list, by
Okay,
the
a
way.
Is
peo
it?
trabado is a fart that can't get out. I
Yeah.
saw that the
that
other day.
hurts.
There was
It's a stuck fart.
Brazilian
Yeah.
starlet that
But not in your butt.
she went to the hospital because she
Where?
refused to fart around her significant other.
I saw that one.
Really?
Yeah, Peo Trabajo.
Un
Wow.
peo atravesado.
Yes,
it's
that's
not,
also
it's
true.
not. It's not trabado. It's just a fart that's stuck. Yeah. But that's not un aire.
But
No.
in like your chest.
Yeah, ungaide is like almost in your rib cage. You know when you get those sharp pains
It's a
in your
sharp
rib
pain.
cage?
Correct.
It's like, what is that? It's ungaide. Se trabó.
It's an air. It's an air that's gotten stuck in my
somehow.
system.
It's
Yeah.
a pocket of
Gas.
air that's interrupting the flow of your body.
Straight up gas. You need gas X.
Scientifically, yeah, I don't know if it's possible, but
It's definitely possible.
it's a thing.
But
'Cause I
it's
feel it.
also used, right? It is not also used metaphorically because you've come in here and said, like un viejo, I've got un aire today, where you're holding your side and you're like, I've got un peo atravesado. But is it also not something that people have sometimes when they're in a situation, or is it just for the physical body?
The beautiful thing about the Hispanic language and Cuban dialect, of course, is that we can use these phrases for a lot of different things. If you're in a sticky situation, estoy en un aire. Or, I have an air here between my kidney and my gallbladder. I don't know.
What was the unchosen word on the wheel?
What was it, Lou?
No te hagas.
Oh, no te hagas. Let's
See, I thought it said que vola. That's how bad my eyesight is.
Those are not anything similar.
That's what I'm saying. I can't.
He's
no te hagas.
proving his point.
If you get to an eye chart, you've got no chance right
Oh
now.
no, I don't. No, when I take it off, look. Here's the thing about eye charts. Not that we can get to this another day if you'd like. or
I
we
know
can get
I
to
know what
this
the
now.
trick is.
I think we're gonna get to it.
You
now.
just memorize it. The first time you see it, you memorize what it says, and
No
then
te
you say
hagas.
it the second time.
You're cheating your eye
I'm
chart?
not trying to. My brain cheats for me. I have to pretend sometimes that I don't remember what it is
That's
because I
my
can't
excuse.
see.
You got your brain?
Yeah, no, because like I'm looking and it's like I mean you just asked me 2 seconds ago what it was on this one. Then
You can remember it after that 2 seconds?
It's like 5 letters. Yeah, it's like 5 or 6
I always
letters.
forget.
But if you're going to get your eyes tested, why would you cheat at that test?
No, I have to lie about it. I know what it says, but I'm like, and sometimes I'll be honest with them. I'm like, look, I remember what it says, but like, I guess this one maybe doesn't look like a G. It looks more like a C or an O, but I know it's a G because I just saw it with my glasses on.
They really should have multiple editions of the test.
That's what I'm saying.
That way you can't memorize. You just got to do another
Yeah.
one.
The worst one is when it's a giant letter C, and I'm looking at it, and they're like, take it off.
It's a little squiggly, yeah.
And I'm like, is that a C? Is it an O? I mean, I don't know what the hell that thing is, and it's like font size 720, and I can't see it.
That's not the worst. The worst is when they do the better or worse, and you don't know if it's better or worse.
I hate that. Is it 1 or 2?
1 or 2, 3
Two,
or 4.
I
Two
guess.
better?
I've had
How about now?
I've had the eye doctor tell me, like, look, we got to start again because I usually run this through 2 times for everyone just to confirm. And you gave me opposite answers both times. So, like, we're going to have to do this a 3rd time, but please focus. And I'm like, doctor, what do you want?
Por tu madre.
All right, ready to rock and roll.
I gotta go buy a wedge.
A wedge?
I lost a wedge.
How'd you lose a wedge?
How?
Threw it.
Oh,
In a tree?
it's in a lake.
Nah, I threw it. Bad shot. Left it. It was like greenside, sort of, I guess, and I
You just
forgot to
left it
pick it
there.
up. Yeah.
Your club didn't pick it up for you?
Nope.
There's nothing worse in golf than when you've left a club 2 holes back and you gotta
Awful.
just drive back and you're slowing
So
up your
embarrassing.
group. It's
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
If it's 3 holes back, I'll just get a new wedge.
You guys
See a putter?
You guys regularly throw clubs?
It's not throwing. No, most of the time
No,
it's just
Dan.
you bring because like you walk up to the green with your chipper and your putter, and then you putt and you walk away from
And
the
you lay
green
one on
and you
next to
leave
the
the
green.
chipper there. So that's like the most common thing in golf is like shit. I left my chipper at the last hole. Stugotz is the throwing of clubs is less frequent.
Then two holes later, you'll realize I need the chipper again, the sand wedge. It's not there, and you think, and you're like, oh, I left it 2 holes back. You have to go back. There are foursomes
They
all
don't
over
let
the
you
course.
drive on the green.
But you gotta have a foursome who's like looking out for that stuff. Like the guy who puts the flag back in the pin back in the hole. Like they have to monitor the rest of the green for putters.
I'm
and
always
wedges.
a sand raker. I'll rake a trap.
I'll
rake
tell
a trap
even
with
if
the
you're not
best
in
one.
it.
But I always tell you not to.
I always rake the trap.
I know, but you always do it at my course, and I say, Mike, it's okay.
What do
Decency.
you mean it's okay?
Why
it's
wouldn't
golf
you rake
etiquette.
it?
You're supposed to.
Do you repair divots?
Oh, guys, you're surprised at all that Stugotz doesn't do at all courteous things around his golf course?
Did I leave a hybrid at your course?
Well, it's interesting. I think you may have. I was going to use it, and then I realized it was a righty hybrid. I think you did leave one at my
I've
course.
been looking for that thing.
Jessica, aren't you going
Do you still
golfing
have it?
with Stugotz?
No, we are playing tomorrow, Dan.
We're all going.
Yeah.
It was in your bag?
A grouting.
Yeah,
You
and now it's in
stole
someone
Mike's
else's
club?
bag. Well, no, I didn't know it was Mike's club. It was a
Are you
righty
lefty?
club. I am a lefty, yeah.
You didn't think it was suspicious that after playing golf with me, you had a righty hybrid in your bag?
No, someone called me and said, I think we found a hybrid
That was
from
my
the group you were
hybrid.
in. It was the Greg Cote day, no?
Yeah,
Stugotz, it's on
No, it was
eBay
before
right
that.
now. That hybrid's on eBay right now.
It's been sold, yeah.
So the hybrid's gone?
Yeah, it is.
Damn it, that
Was it
wasn't
nice?
expensive. I got
Tailor-made?
fitted.
I still don't understand why you guys are sort of glossing over Stugotz getting so enraged that he just hurled a club somewhere and kept marching.
We all play with guys like Stugotz. Like I have a person in my family who does that.
Yeah, but
exactly.
these things are
Chris.
expensive, though,
No,
right?
I want to
Use that
Exactly.
hybrid.
I want to tell you why I did it. The third hole of my course, which you guys will play tomorrow.
How can you defend this?
No, I'm going to defend it, okay? Because
The par
sometimes the course is not fair sometimes,
It
okay?
was an expensive club.
I hit the hybrid?
Yeah.
I'm
how did you
sorry.
lose
I
it?
know. I mean,
I don't know.
Right.
Did you hurl a club too?
No, put it in the wrong bag or
I had
something.
played. Yeah, I played
Did
golf with
Stugotz
Stugotz, and then the
steal
next time,
your hybrid.
the next time I played, it was like 3 months. I'm like, I'm not gonna call the course that I played on with Stugotz 3 months ago and be like, hey, did you guys see a hybrid?
But do you not
3
have
months
a
ago?
bag with your
I
clubs
steal
in
the
it? Like,
hybrid.
why would there be like you only use one at a I'm sorry, I don't know
must
much
have
about
left
golf.
it. I must have left it somewhere.
Like you just laid it down on the
I
ground and
know, I
walked
know
away.
what you're thinking. Usually people leave clubs on the green. Why would you take a hybrid on the
Why?
green? My
Mike goes up
answer
to
is
the
I'm
tee
not
box
good.
with 3 clubs because he knows one of them's gonna end up in the water.
Listen, right off the green, Mike will use a driver occasionally. So, I mean, that's why
Devil's Isle.
Why
he putts with it.
is no one marveling at the simple Stugotz math
Trying to
of
tell you.
I got angry and threw a club, but lo and behold, I have the same number of clubs in my bag. Why? Because I've stolen Mike Ryan's hybrid.
That's right. yeah.
That you guys
It's a
are-
righty, though. I sold it.
So you're saying it's gone?
Yes, it's gone.
Because I know from your genuine reaction, you did receive a call about my hybrid.
I did.
Did you tell him to buzz off? It's not yours,
Why
and now
would
it's
you-
gone.
Well, I'm a right. They said it's a righty hybrid. I said
Why
I'm a
would-
lefty. It
why-
can't be mine.
Why would you hurl one
So
club?
it's just gone.
It's gone. Yes. I mean, I went to get it. I didn't know whose it was, and then I
You went to go get a righty club.
Well, they said it's someone in your group, and
How
I
would
couldn't
they know
remember.
You
that?
didn't put 2 and 2 together,
No,
dog.
I
I was
mean-
the only one golfing with you that
It's also
day.
for
No,
like
that's
a
not
6'3"
true.
You had
right-handed
Tom
person.
Frazier. It was me and Tom Frazier.
It could have been Tom. I called him first. He said it wasn't his. And then I
What you
sold
called?
it.
Hold on. You called everybody else but me.
Yeah.
He stole,
How
he
would the
stole your
course know
hybrid.
what group
Come
it was
on.
from?
He stole your hybrid. That's
I
it.
don't know.
This is who is
Damn
our
it, man, I
teammate.
love that club.
You have to
Yeah.
keep an eye on him at all times.
To answer your question, sometimes the course will get you. I hit the perfect flop shot right off the green on 3, and it rolled into the water. Like, I thought it was going into the hole. It passed the hole, kept rolling down the hill into the water, and I threw my wedge.
Sounds like it wasn't that perfect.
It was a great shot,
No,
man.
sometimes
Sometimes
it
the
does.
course
will
gets
do it to
you,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you. I lost my hybrid twice.
I don't get him telling you that you don't have to rake the sand trap.
Me
Like,
neither.
I don't like. I'm
What
confused.
are you guys not understanding that he runs his entire life not thinking about anyone else ever? He expects it to be raked when he gets there,
Yeah.
and he will never rake it himself.
I think the time that I did it, it was my sand shot, and Mike was cleaning up after me. I'm like, Mike, you don't have to do that. Like,
You
You
have to
do
that.
though. It's
No,
called
you
golf
don't.
etiquette.
It's my course.
Golf etiquette.
but you're gonna
now
golf etiquette is golf etiquette. I don't care if
real
you're a
golf
Own
member.
the course.
You walk in front of
Ranger,
people's
when he
putts.
says-
Not the
Etiquette.
ranger telling you to tuck your shirt in, though. Get that out of here.
That guy
When he
can
says
screw.
it's my course, he thinks
I'm a member.
it's
an
my
original member. I will
course.
throw in.
I can
Yeah.
disrespect it. I'm the only member. I want to update our March Sadness tournament, but Stugotz,
You called Frazier and not me?
I did. Yeah.
I can't believe. Get Tom on the phone. Get Tom Frazier on the phone. Let's get to the bottom.
I don't
of
think
whether
he called
Stugotz,
Tom. I think he was just like,
I
I'm a
think
lefty.
he
Get out of
stole
here.
your hybrid and
I sold it
it
to Tom.
and the only thing that makes me not believe it is he'd need help to put it on eBay.
The very next
That's
time
true.
I played with Stugotz, I'm like, I'm gonna get the where the hell is the hybrid? It's in Tom Frazier's
Wait,
bag
is Tom
now,
Frazier the guy that I always see at my Publix?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
good
Tom
old Tom.
Frazier.
You play with him. You play with him. All Tommy boy.
I do. I love Tom.
Get
Tom
Tom on
Frazier
the
used to
phone.
run sales for $7.90.
He looks like radio sales, 1990s.
He was like, "Hey, do you remember me?" And I was like, "Frazier."
Everyone liked him.
Also,
Tommy's a great guy.
my
yes.
industry, it's a very bad open-ended question to say, "Hey, remember me? You're that guy." It just never goes well for me.
Regardless, this weekend is possibly, Stugotz, one of these seminal, bigger than the sport moments. Will Coach K lose? Because legend
Yeah.
helped build Duke basketball. Duke didn't have, I mean, when you consider what Duke has been in sports, Duke didn't have any right to be at the top of that sport. Alleged America's best and brightest, taking out teams right and left that looked like historic basketball teams with hated players, making college basketball matter. Coach K at the center of it all.
You saw Bomani's little Coach K bit.
It was
the
great.
First episode of
It
Game
was
Day.
great.
Fantastic.
He got mad at Coach K for beating every great black team there's ever been in college basketball, including the Fab Five every time Jalen Rose played against
The
them.
Jalen Rose being part of the exhibit, like actual
Yes.
Jalen, that was a nice touch. I enjoyed that.
But Coach K is here, and I believe America is rooting for him to lose. Not hold
Well,
up.
I think they're rooting for Duke to lose. Yeah, they're rooting for him to lose.
No-
He is Duke. Yes.
Yeah, nobody ever roots for Duke. Nobody does. No,
But-
no one likes
But
Duke.
Coach K made Duke us against them. That cool thing that we've been able to feel in Miami sports. Duke has been that. So relevant, you hate us.
Yeah.
So relevant, you think we're arrogant.
Well, so good.
So relevant that, so good as well.
Yeah.
But so relevant that you're going to remember we got like 4 guys that you can remember as like the most hated player in college basketball. They got all of them.
I would say they have like 7 to
It's
10
Grayson
of them. Yeah.
Allen, it's J.J. Redick, it's Christian
Woj.
Leitner, it's Woj.
Wojo.
Mark Allery, Danny Ferry.
All of them. Duke, what are we rooting for this
Dante
weekend,
Jones.
Jessica? Before we update our
What I'm rooting
tournament,
for tonight is to never see Coach Krzyzewski's face again.
Yeah.
It is enough. And I wasn't one of those people that felt strongly about hating Coach K. It didn't bother me whatsoever. I thought he was good for the game. But this farewell tour has sent me over the edge. I'm tuning in to watch Miami Auburn. I don't need to see Coach K riding a golf cart with his wife from the locker room to the press room. I don't need to see any of that. When I'm watching halftime, and I understand the games are staggered, but when I'm watching halftime of an important game between the 2 seed and an underdog Miami Hurricanes, I want to hear you talk about that game, not about what Coach K ate for breakfast. Enough!
I'm telling you, the women's broadcast of the women's tournament on ESPN is so much better than what you're getting on TNT. They're not talking about Coach K on the women's broadcast. They're actually talking about the games.
I'm surprised they're not talking about Coach K.
Yeah.
And I was stunned to just learn that.
Everyone is.
I was watching Monday Night Raw. They led with Coach K.
Get out of here.
It's ridiculous.
Well,
It's enough. There are other storylines.
are any of you? Well, you say there are other storylines, but we
Go
have,
Red Raiders.
We have fed sports mythology with necessary and needed leaders. I don't know what Amin's opinion of Coach K is. There are plenty of basketball people who are wildly unimpressed that he can't do more with these great players because he adheres to his system, the belief that Coach K knows the right way. Your viewpoint on this as he talks about Coach K that way, and I get sad, Mike. I don't know if this was something that you felt at all, but as he leaves his identity behind. It's going to be hard to be whatever he has to be after coaching for Duke. He keeps going into like these concrete cubicles with his wife, and cameras are chasing him, and it feels too invasive for 2022. It doesn't feel.
Get out of here. He asked for it.
It doesn't feel glamorous. It feels like sad arenas.
You asked for it when you did the goodbye tour.
Yeah.
You could have done the Roy Williams. You didn't do the Roy Williams, and now I'm left holding the bag. Just want to watch someone talk about my Canes. I come around every 4 years or so. There's just
and you want to dominate.
Look,
yes.
Every 4 years or so, college basketball is my passion, and I want to see more coverage of it because I need to learn everybody's names for when we make the Final Four, and it becomes the single most important sports moment of my life.
You think he keeps doing the shoe polish thing after he's done coaching?
Are you kidding? Oh, after he's done. I was going to say.
After he's done?
Yeah.
No, you got
You let it go after that?
What's the shoe polish thing?
You don't
know what the shoe polish thing is?
Oh.
Jet black hair.
That.
Man.
He's older than Jim
I didn't know
Laranyaga,
you
and he's
call-
got jet black hair.
You got to let it go, right?
I mean, like to signify that you.
It's why you
When it's a-
retire.
When it's a really bad dye job, when it's so overdone, when it's jet black, then you go shoe polish.
Mike Ryan, I'm going to get us out here on our update of the March Sadness tournament that is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy Drink.
It is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. What just happened there? Energy is what I was trying to say. Brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Threw me off there, Dan. I wasn't expecting that. You threw me a pass I wasn't expecting. It's the one when you got to get stuff done. Pick up some today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
You literally said the sponsor.
I know.
And you
It's
weren't
your fault,
expecting it?
Jan.
I couldn't find it. It is Dan's fault, though. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
That's a fine for me.
Yeah, for you. $25.
Blaming somebody else for your fault.
Because I threw the sponsorship to you
It's a no look pass.
lazily, like I have for 17 years, and you got hit in the side of the
could
face
find
because
it.
you
We
checked
gave you a
out
one
19
sheet.
minutes ago.
I did, yeah.
But what was happening behind you guys as
Lot
we
of stuff on this
update the
page.
March Sadness tournament made me laugh. And I don't know if I told you guys, but one of the funny tensions that's going on in the shipping container right now between differences in styles, management styles.
I thought you meant clothing styles because Mike and I are wearing literally the exact same sweatshirt today, but his is Miami, mine's Notre Dame.
Basketball schools.
Largely audio medium.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about what you
Theater
were
of the
wearing.
mind, Dano.
It's
You know, Miami has
great way
made
to end the
3 out of the
show.
last the Sweet 16 3 times in the last 9 years. They're an elite basketball.
Mike, I
Yep.
want to talk. These are big games. I want to root.
Who else has done
I
it?
want to root for the University of
19
Miami, and I want to enjoy this this brief moment. But as Whittingham was meticulously parsing down the 300 different looks likes that were the best of the best, that were winnowed down to these, you guys came really strong over the last few months, and we needed your help. That in the back of the room, as he was grinding through them in a meeting with the room, Chris Cote was in the back of the room trying to teach people how to correctly
Not trying.
eat a hot pocket, okay? And he kept distracting Whittingham by
Well,
It's a
then the
pizza roll, it's not
That's
hot
a fine
pocket.
Dan.
Mini
It's a
hot
pizza roll.
pockets. Either way, the roof of your mouth is gone if you do it too soon.
Not mine.
But no, because Chris Cote has the secret way. But I just want you to know that as Whittingham was trying to get everyone organized, from the back of the room, Chris Cote kept interrupting with, first you bite the left corner on the top, then you bite the right corner on the top to let some air out. And then through the middle, he squeezed
Apply pressure.
up. He applied some pressure,
Yep.
and he squeezed up the paste in the middle. And as Whittingham was trying to grind through this, he gently blew on the little
Right.
the little bit.
Well, this is 2 birds with 1 stone. I was helping him seed these teams, but I was also Lewis was over here burning his tongue, so I'm like, Lewis, here I can teach you. You bite the corner,
Yep.
and you bite the other corner,
Nice.
and you give it a little push, a little open, and then poof, little steam start coming out. Then you blow on the steam.
He's right.
You don't.
Two blows.
It's
Two
like a
blows.
slide whistle.
Yeah.
He's so good at it. He is so good at it. He's
then
got
down
the
the hatch.
slide whistle in
Look,
his hand, and he doesn't
My
know how
mouth
to use
has
it.
never been burnt. Down the hatch. Here we go.
Go ahead.
You're supposed to make the noise right now. I mean,
God, I mean, your timing.
down the hatch.
Excellent.
Let's update the tournament here. The Midwest. This heads us into the weekend. Some fun games going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What are you laughing about there?
Chris burned his mouth.
You sure did. So much pain over there.
He's so good at that.
You've been teaching everybody. Why was that not on mic? Why are you so incompetent?
I love you, man.
Justin competent.
All right, we got to root for
Thursday, Chris.
We got to root for Kansas, Stugotz.
We do?
Yeah, because we got to root for Bill Self because of this. This is still in the tournament.
Jimmy Johnson looks like a satirical French magazine's cartoon drawing of an American.
Yeah. Extra rosy, too.
Gone from the tournament, number 8, San Diego State.
Andy Reid looks like a trucker who goes to Vegas only to eat Clams Casino.
Clams Casino is a funny phrase.
I love those, though.
Number 9, Creighton, gone.
Tim Kirchin looks like your aunt's third husband, Gary.
Texas Southern, 16 seed, gone.
Blake Snell looks like the mechanic staring back at you through the plexiglass window as you sit in the lobby of a Jiffy Lube.
That is so damn
It
good,
is so
man.
Blake Snell. Illinois, Providence.
Yeah.
Providence, the Illini, number 4 seed. This advances.
Joe Burrow looks like the mafia boss's son who designs a terrible line of T-shirts, and everyone wears them because they're afraid his dad will shoot them in the kneecap.
Gone from the tournament then is Iowa, the 5 seed.
Aaron Rodgers looks like Nicolas Cage playing Aaron Rodgers in a movie about Tom Brady.
Oh, forgive me for a second. I got it wrong. I had Illinois advancing, but I was so busy making the Illinois joke that Illinois did not advance.
Yeah, that was Providence. Joe Burrow was indeed Providence. We move on now to number 12, Richmond, the Spiders.
Richmond is gone. Richmond represented by
Duncan Robinson looks like the acoustic guitarist for his local church's youth group band.
Definitely.
South Dakota State, a 13 seed, gone.
Ben McAdoo looks like the guy who shows up in blue scrubs with a wheelchair to take Ma to Shady Pines. You think about it, so does Bob McAdoo.
Oh, yeah, I can see them both working there.
Again, right, takes a second.
I feel like everyone, for some reason, has the same reaction to that, which is, explain this to me. Yeah, Ben McAdoo does really look like that. And then you're like, I want to just laugh at that, leave me alone. And then you say, Bob McAdoo, and you want to object to it. Like, leave me alone. I was enjoying my Ben. And then you're like, no, you have a point. It's also, Bob McAdoo also does look like that.
Because there's a danger sometimes when it goes too long, you add something more, now you've ruined it. Like, it was a perfect joke. But in this case, it's like, no, that actually added it. Brought it up a little bit more.
Is the Ben McAdoo just because he looks like Ben Stiller and Happy Gilmore?
But it's because he looks like Ben McAdoo.
Yeah, that's
exactly
right.
That too.
It's
that
more
look
because
in
he
his-
just looks like Ben McAdoo. It's not.
It takes a second on Bob. It
Ben
does.
Stiller would be basing the character on Ben McAdoo.
McAdoo.
Ben McAdoo is not basing the character on Ben Stiller.
You just pulled lawn duty.
Excellent limited fake.
Awful delivery.
Old burnt tongue. Old burnt tongue Cody. It's hard to do that,
Bong.
Jessica, to do impersonations. to do
Warm glasses, shut the hell up.
Let's update some more tournament here. Iowa State.
Oh, I hate these guys.
Yes.
Why?
I hate them
Because-
so much.
Go Cones.
The alma mater of George Niang.
Yeah. Screw him and Seneca Wallace. I hate these guys.
Miami is favored in a Sweet 16 game, Mike. I don't think that has happened in your lifetime.
They are favored to make it to the Elite Eight. It's wild.
Miami's team of 29-year-olds, one of whom played on, is it 6 teams? Is it 6?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. This team that has come together at just the right time to fight for Jim Nance's tie. We never get this deep in the tournament. This team of semi-professionals, mercenaries from all over the globe, under the cutthroat reign of Larinaga, who managed to survive the wiretaps. He survived the sneaker wars. and he's
Barely.
back in the
With
game.
6
barely.
players, 6
barely.
scholarship
You tried
players.
to
Oh,
take
we got
him
there,
out.
man. Yeah.
You
Tried to
you
unjustly.
imprisoned people, but Larinaga survives. Patino got. But Larinaga still in the game. Even came here, and I criticized him. Too old. You're coming down here to retire. He says, watch this, young man, and puts a squiggle over his N in his name. And he said, now I'm Larinaga. I represent Miami.
And he plays Iowa State.
Iowa State is represented by
Andrew Luck looks like he would show up to the bank robbery wearing his clear COVID face shield because he couldn't find his face mask at home.
Pretty good, man.
See-through pantyhose is where I thought they were going with that.
number 3. Wisconsin is gone.
Arthur Blank looks like the mayor and the arch villain in a DC comic movie.
Yes.
It's funny, but who cares? They're gone.
This one. How about this one? This hurts. LSU, number 6, gone.
Adam Silver looks like E.T.'s finger.
Good, man.
Oh, no.
Really good, though.
Number 14, Colgate, gone.
Adam Silver looks like 7 out of 10 dentists recommend you brush with him.
And here we go, Miami. This is what Mike Ryan, Golden
Get ready
Cane.
to listen to your future March Sadness presented by 5 Hour Energy champion.
Attaboy.
Golden Cane, Miami. Number 10, represented by
Lovie Smith looks like he has saved no fewer than 4 children from being trapped in the bottom of wells.
Champion if I ever heard one.
He's lowered in, right? Like
Great
with the,
details.
with the harness.
Funny, right? Some saying the funniest.
lowers himself in. Doesn't even need any help because he's gotten so good. I mean, he's just gotten so good at it. But gone from the tournament because Lovie Smith had to advance. Auburn, Bruce Pearl and them boys. Number 2 seed, gone.
Dan Orlovsky looks like a youth pastor.
So dead on. Number 7, this hurts. I thought this was a 7 seed. You tell me if I'm wrong. That could have been a 1 seed. USC, gone.
Jimbo Fisher looks like the small town deputy in a speed trap who sees a spaceship shoot by and, rather than pursue it, radios dispatch asking if anyone else had a bad reaction to the crab salad.
Sheriff.
Oh,
That should have been
it's getting
Gonzaga
more and more
or something.
limited.
I don't understand why
you
now.
sound like Ruth from Ozark.
Why? Why?
That's a good call.
Why?
You say
look
I
like
don't
a small town deputy.
Yeah, can Jimbo Fisher say he doesn't know shit about fuck? Please.
I don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah, all right, it's Ruth. It is Ruthie.
It sounded. I don't understand how in one note you hit more Ruthie. First of all, I don't understand why you decided to make Jimbo Fisher a single syllable impersonation.
I can do all of Julia Gardner's impressions, Dan. Why you so poor? You look so ugly, Dan. You take the bus here?
Oh, wow. You are good at that.
That is a bad
You are
impression. She was
good.
trying to be Russian, sort of Russian.
Vaguely Eastern European.
Miami, the 10 seed. Lovie Smith has trounced the youth pastor, Dan Orlovsky, Jimbo Fisher's crab salad, and Jacksonville State, represented by
Pete Carroll looks like the over-enthusiastic stepfather desperately wanting to toss a football in the backyard with his new 35-year-old stepson, Dan Orlovsky.